Yeah. Buddha Peso. Smoking mirrors uncut. Listen, it's smoking mirrors. Raw uncut, it's smoking mirrors. You know what's up. It's smoking mirrors. Raw uncut, it's smoking mirrors. You know what's up. Yeah. It's smoking mirrors. Raw uncut, it's smoking mirrors. You know what's up. It's smoking mirrors. You know you hear us. Listen, smoking mirrors be the station. Them boys uncut raw, no hesitation. Just tune in, the vibes are so amazing. It's all real talk here, that's word to Jason. Shout out to J Lee, them boys on a mission. Gunning for the #1 spot, pay attention. Knocking out the competition, Sonny listen. In Detroit, serving game like a piston. Shot clock, jump shot, all net with a feeling. The squad set it off, cause a riot in the building. Syndicates to bed, this ain't suited for the children. And talk is cheap, when they speak, you see millions. Turn it up one time, if you looking for smoke, then pull it up online. It's right there. Look in the mirror, first glance, it's quite clear. That B-more got them scared like a nightmare. They blowing smoke through any city, take a flight there. And guaranteed to ring bells like a bike fair. Then Debo the whole set, they don't fight fair. Cause smoking mirrors gaining buzz like a light, yeah. You know? Raw on the cut, smoking mirrors, you know what's up. It's smoking mirrors, it's raw on the cut, smoking mirrors, you know what's up. Yeah, it's smoking mirrors, raw on the cut, smoking mirrors, you know what's up. It's smoking mirrors, you know you hear us.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, my people? Welcome back to another episode of Smoking Mirrors Uncut. And you know we have our originals here. We got my boy Jay Lee.
You know what it is.
Detroit. Distinguished guest that we usually have. You've heard of him before. D Stizzle.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And we have lovely ladies here today. Miss Kosa. And we have a new guest. Miss Nicole.
Hey.
And we're just going to introduce her because she owns her own business. She does her own baked goods. So,
but she didn't bring us any.
I know.
What's going on with that?
You know what? I did.
We like cookies.
He did.
It was, you know what I mean, kind of last minute.
Oh, okay.
Y'all have to invite me back, and then
definitely.
I'll bring some stuff.
As long as you bringing the goodies,
Okay.
you always come through.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the mic over to her, so she could tell us a little bit about her spot, and how far she's willing to travel for these goods that she bakes.
My name is Nicole. I'm the owner and operator of Confections by Cole. I'm located in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Nobody knows where that is, so it's 20 minutes outside of King of Prussia. I build candy buffets and dessert tables. I bake cakes, whatever your heart's desire. If you ask me, can I do it? I will do it. Whatever you dream of, think of, I can do it. I do not ship right now, and I'm working on shipping. But as of right now, I travel as far as New York.
Wow.
And Virginia is, so between Virginia and New York, I will deliver. If you want to meet me in the middle, I don't have a problem with meeting in the middle, but other than that's about it.
So how can people look you up? Where can they go?
Confections by Cole on Instagram. I am Confections by Nicole Camp on Facebook. And I do those two sites mainly. That's how I network. That's how I do business for right now. So yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. And you probably got some people out there saying, how you spell confections?
CONFECTIONS by BY Cole COLE.
Great. Okay, we got
Not
that.
the K.
Not the K.
Not
It's
the
the
K.
C.
Just the C. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
So as far as with baking, what got you into that?
My sister was getting married and she needed a favor. She wanted something out the box. I was like, I can do this. So I made chocolate candies that say thank you. So I do candy lollipops, candy apples. Like I said, whatever you dream of, whatever type of dessert that you dream of, think of, I can do it.
Really?
Yes.
She said whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
People call me and they're like, can you make a coconut, pineapple, lemon? And I'm like, that's nasty, but I'll do it. If you gonna pay for it,
Really?
I'll do it.
So is there anything too big? Like is there any event that's like probably too big for you?
Well, what I don't do are the 3D cakes. So,
okay.
People are really into that, the cake shaped like purses and things like that. I don't get into that. That's not my expertise. But I would say no. No.
Okay.
If I can, I would say no, I can't do that. And I normally will recommend somebody that can, somebody that I've done business with that I know will be able to give the same quality product that I can.
Awesome. Black-owned business.
Yeah, man.
Right.
We love it.
Another one.
We love it.
Now, you're doing this alone by yourself?
I am.
Okay.
I'm doing it by myself. It's all me. I can't even get my daughter to clean the kitchen.
Wow. Wow. How old's your daughter?
She's 20.
Oh, Lord. You got a 20-year-old?
How about clean the kitchen?
I thought you was like 20.
Yeah, me too. Like we always say, black don't crack.
Hey, we know.
Jeez. Man, Chelsea could be your daughter.
You didn't have hope before? I know you seen some older black women out there. Come on now. Sheesh, I don't mean no harm, but it's the truth, man.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
We age gracefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I hear a little twang in your voice.
You hear that?
Little
Little Southern belle.
yeah. Where are you originally from? Obviously, it's not Pennsylvania.
Baltimore.
Oh, you from Baltimore?
Yeah. People say, what they call us, Bammers? We got our way. Doug. You know how we do.
Oh.
Yeah, my cousin, he's from Salisbury, Maryland.
Okay.
He
That's
has
a little different, but
He has a little twang to it, in his voice too. Instead of saying house, he says heish.
Wow. Heish.
yeah, we don't do that.
Like, yo,
Heish.
let's go to heish. I'll be like,
We don't do
heish.
that.
That was a heish.
They probably say wrench it out too, huh?
Wrench it out.
Go wrench that out.
I think you gotta go deeper south than that.
Yeah.
That's I couldn't even put any other city that's close to us as far as what we say, because I don't know if it's a mix between like
North and South.
yeah, it's weird.
Because
It's
you guys
weird.
are right there on that Mason-Dixon, like
Yeah.
right there. So
Yeah.
you're getting a little bit of both.
And DC has their own little thing too. Like you can't really,
Yeah.
but and it's wild because it's like two cities
I'm
that's
about to
real
see-
close
I'm about
to
see
each
you
other.
right there, right next to you.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. What's that music that y'all listen to down there in Bmore?
Bmore Club.
Club.
A lot more people listen to it now. Now they're calling it party music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they first started, I'll never forget. They first started playing it in Philly, in Delaware.
Yeah.
They used to call it Bmore Club.
Okay.
And then as the years went on, they started to put their own little spin to it, and they started calling it either party music or New Jersey Club.
Oh, wow.
Yep, or Philly Club or whatever. But yeah, Bmore is the originator.
Okay. Was you up in the clubs clubbing, Cole,
My younger years.
in your younger years?
You couldn't. Well, I'm about to say most of Baltimore. That's what we
Yeah.
do. Like I've had friends that been to parties in L.A. Your party spots, New York, everywhere. He's like, bro, I ain't never been to a party like in Baltimore. We do not stand on the wall. Even dudes, we don't stand on the wall. We
Y'all
dance.
dance. Yeah.
We don't.
Y'all don't just do the rock away.
Nope, we dance. Matter of fact, if you couldn't dance, you might have trouble getting some females.
Really?
I'm this.
Oh, because they watching the moves.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. You did have your select few that just never went to clubs simply because of their status. They didn't want to get caught out there.
Right.
Being as though whether they run in the streets, stuff like that. So they just didn't. But for the most part, a lot of Baltimoreans they went
Wow.
at some point.
Wow.
Now I got a question. So, go-go music, was that part of Baltimore too, or?
That's strictly DC.
Oh, okay.
And it was really bad at that point because if you were from Baltimore, you hated go-go, and if you were from DC, you hated Be More Club.
Okay.
Well, go-go is actually older.
What is
Okay.
go-go?
Ooh, go-go is basically.
I gotta look this up.
You ever heard of the song Scenario? 3 in the morning, no, 4 in the
What
morning.
about
Yeah.
doing the butt?
Yeah.
That's
Go.
go-go.
Really?
Yeah.
Me, you.
It sounds like that over live instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more. I would say that's
Lot of
even more
horns and stuff.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely a staple, but I say like when you listen to it, it's more raw. Like it's literally over percussion and somebody speaking over the mic doing
I'll
some
give you
type of
another
song.
example. Jill Scott has that song. Do you want it on your collard green? That's go go.
Oh. Wow.
Wow. You learned something.
Yeah.
You couldn't even.
It's kind of like a jazz type of thing. Like, kind of.
I think jazz.
I guess it
jazz
all depends
influenced
on how
everything.
they
So
flip it.
smooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, Baltimore to me is kind of like hip hop pop, kind of. Like, I don't know.
I hate to say this because Chicago people always try to say it. We got that from Chicago when we didn't, but we used to listen to what is that? It's not Lean on Me. What is that called? What's that song? What does Chicago do? What kind of music is that?
Swing.
No, it's not swing. It's
Step.
Like step mute, like step. It's called I
house
guess-
music. House music.
House music.
yeah.
Okay.
House music is what I'm talking about. So we used to listen to house music. And then literally in the 80s, it switched over. And we started doing our own thing, sped the music up, did our own little beat over it, and then started doing it that way. But it has its base kind of in Chicago. You know what I mean? Because it kind of had that thump to it, like house music. But it's a completely different thing.
It's
Whereas
kinda
though,
like black techno.
I guess you could say that, but it wasn't like that at first. Like it wasn't as fast. They sped it up even more as the years went on, but it wasn't that fast at first.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Who takes the credit for peanut butter jelly time?
Oh, I have no idea actually.
Baltimore.
That's a
Is
classic.
that Baltimore?
Yeah.
Well, I think it originally came from Baltimore. I thought you were talking about the person,
Oh no, not the person.
but I'm not sure. I'm not even
that
sure if that
genre of
came from
music.
Baltimore.
What about the percolator?
Percolator is not Baltimore. That's completely different. Now, don't get me wrong. We played it,
All right.
but that's not.
Really? So who came up with that?
I don't know. That's
Good.
that's
that was like the beginning of it.
If you'd
I
have saw
forgot
me,
who did that. I actually think that's a white
I
boy.
think it was me. 'Cause
It was you.
When I
It came up with.
when it came out, I
was
went
like, you know
crazy
what?
with it.
I'm gonna start swinging my leg. But yeah, it was interesting, especially between Go-Go and Be More Club. And those two cities, like I said, only being 40 minutes apart. We never went into each other's cities at that time when I was growing up. Like, early 90s, just didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now they can do it. Now Baltimore go to DC to party and vice versa. But
Wow, that's crazy. I got a question. Well, this is off the topic, but something just happened to me recently. I wanted to bounce this off of y'all. So, I feel as though that we live in a day and age where people don't want to work hard for anything. I had somebody hit me up, and they basically was like, "Yo, my car broke down. I need some money. Can you loan me some money to get a new car?" Now, mind you, they had already inboxed me. What is it? A GoFundMe. They started a
Started
GoFundMe.
to GoFundMe for to buy a new car.
Yeah. And I saw it and I was like, okay, whatever. then they text me like, yo, that wasn't a hack. I really did send you that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then they literally got on my social media to get my attention again. And I was just like, all right. Now, mind you, this is a family member.
I figured that.
I really haven't talked to them. I talk to them on social media, but I don't deal with them in person. I haven't really dealt with them in person since I was in high school 20-some years ago. So it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, at what point in time in your life do you pull up your own pants and do what you got to do? You know, why is everything people have to beg? Why is GoFundMe so relevant for everything? Like, I remember a time when me and my wife was doing so bad, we might have had $50 in our bank account. And all we did, we ate peanut butter jelly, whatever it took to get through that week till somebody got paid, you know. So why do we live in a day and age where people don't really want to work hard for anything? You know, it's just give me. How you feel about that, Stizzle? Like,
Oh, I get the first one.
yeah, like how
Get
do
the
you
first crack at
Yeah.
it.
Let's
go.
Yeah, we want your unique answer.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I also grew up and also heard the words, "A closed mouth don't get fed."
Okay.
So, I mean, if you don't ask, you'll never receive.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I give them credit to have enough, confidence in themselves to even ask. But at the same aspect, as far as a whole generation, I really can't say why. I know people say entitlement and all this other stuff, but I'm not really sure. I guess with technology, everyone's getting weaker. Physically, getting lazier, mentally, because everything's being, you can just Google or
Hand it to 'em.
search. Yeah, it's already automatic. So if you're being raised up with everything being handed to you, and then you expect it as an adult, especially when it's like a lot of us. I know, like myself with my children, I try to give them more than what I had, and sometimes I overcompensate like that. And I'm actually depriving them ability to grow up and learn and get their own responsibilities on their own.
I think we all have done that.
So I think
Definitely.
I myself has contributed to that automatically. Well, I should have it because when I asked mom and dad, I got it. So just on the top of my head, without real investigation and thought into it, I can just only give those type of examples.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's the way the world is right now. Like I just talked to you earlier, I was like, I'm trying to find me a way to, at my age, I'm trying to find me a way to make money without me physically working anymore.
But once we get to our age bracket, we don't want to work hard no more. We don't. We worked hard all our lives.
Kind of at that pivot moment.
Yeah. So I can understand you saying that. You want to work smarter, not harder at this point in time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Which
think there's a difference. Then it's not everything doesn't have to be labor. You could work like mentally. You could work hard mentally. Whatever fits you. Some people are better working physically, or some people are better working mentally. It's just what is best for you.
Yeah. Now, Detroit, I know you coach kids and stuff like that. And I heard that, now everybody gets trophies a lot of times and things of that nature. It's almost like you said, a sense of entitlement. Like, oh, I played, so I should get a reward. How do you feel about that?
About that part of it?
Yeah.
As far as coaching and kids
Yeah,
receiving.
with the entitlement stuff. Like, again, not working hard for that medal, but
Right,
you get
right.
one at the end of the day.
Me personally, I think I told the story before. When my son was younger, he played on the YMCA basketball team. And at the end of the year, they got a little trophy and certificate. And you know what happened to that trophy and certificate?
What?
It came to me and went to the trash.
Are you serious?
Because you got to teach them at a young age that stuff is just not going to give it to you because you're participating. If you want to earn anything, you need to work at it.
Right.
So I teach my kids the same thing right now, and they're getting older and older. I've been with these kids for years. If you want to achieve any type of thing, it's better to work for it than it be handed to you.
Right.
Because the journey is so much better than just somebody just handed you like a trophy or certificate.
Oh, definitely.
You want to be on that journey. It's going to teach you how to work hard. It's going to teach you self-esteem, confidence. It's going to build character. So now when he gets awards and trophies, he's earned those.
Right.
He's worked hard in the gym. He's worked hard at changing his body. He's worked hard in the classroom. So therefore, he's earning what he's getting. That's how I feel about it. Now, your family member, is he much younger than we are, or
Older than me.
so has he been enabled? growing up, people was constantly giving him things when asked.
I don't know them like that. That's the thing. I don't like. I know it's a female, and she was married. I know she's divorced now, so I don't know what's going on that end. So she's probably struggling now that she's a single mother or whatever. But I mean, there's a lot of other single moms that ain't doing that. You know, that handle their business.
They handle their business.
They're not hitting their family results.
And Denise
for
Bethune,
handouts.
my mother was one of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
She pulled her. Teen mother, had me at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't cry, didn't complain. Yes, my grandmother helped out, but she worked her ass off.
Yeah.
And my father wasn't there. I talked about it before. Mm-hmm. He was never there.
Your mom had a couple jobs.
Mr. Hotbox.
Mom Dukes had 3 jobs.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And there were times I was at the house by myself.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to sometimes cook, clean, and do stuff around the house to help out.
Right.
Yeah.
So that single mother, look, I grew up in that, so I saw what can be done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's hard as hell to raise a child by yourself, but don't feel sorry for yourself, because a lot of people ain't gonna feel sorry for you. So you need to pull your pants up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Strap up your boots and get to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I learned from being a single mother, and also like I was adopted, so my adopted parents passed away.
Oh wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
So my adopted parents spoiled me. I was spoiled, right?
Mm.
And then reality hit, being grown and having kids, whatever. And so what I learned is that sometimes people can help you, but what would have been more valuable for me was not giving it to me, because I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Just giving it to me.
Right.
I didn't learn the value of it. Like, my first car was a $50,000 car. I ran it down. I didn't understand. I did not deserve that car. I should not have had that car.
What?
I shouldn't have had that car. I had it for like a couple years, and that was it.
Wow.
And I didn't deserve it, and I didn't understand the value of it. I didn't understand the money, the hard work that my parents put into getting that car. I didn't have no value for it. I was just like, oh, it's my car, like whatever. I ran it down, didn't put oil in it, didn't do the things I was supposed to do with it, right? I ended up junking it, and I shouldn't have junked it. It wasn't a car that I could just junk. It was a car that I could have sold or traded in or something. But me being naive and ignorant and not understanding the value behind this car, I cheated myself. Everyone got cheated at the end of the day. That buying me that car didn't do me no good. It would have been better if I would have got a Honda or something cheap.
What's wrong with Hondas?
Hondas, exactly.
No,
she said
we bad.
if I would have got like maybe a $15,000 car versus a
15? How about
5?
Yeah, how about 4?
Okay, so I'm just saying a $50,000 car.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Luxury
I still don't have a
Wow.
$50,000.
That was your first car?
That was my first car. I drove that car.
I got a station wagon.
And I just didn't deserve that car.
Wow.
But you learned your lesson, so
Yeah, I
Maybe
learned from it,
that's
but
not. You know what I mean?
I learned, but I didn't, because after that, I just thought like, well, somebody needs to give me a car, or somebody needs to like. This is a spoiled person, so you're like, somebody needs to give me a car. Like, how else am I going to get a car? Like,
How else am I gonna get around? I need a car.
like,
man.
You tell me I gotta buy a car. Okay, so I gotta buy a car, and then you think like, okay, well, I want that nice car, and then it's like, well, this is how much it costs, and this is what you got to do to get it, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not what I did the first time to get a car, so I don't know about this. So it didn't help. I mean, I learned on my own, but I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
You know, so it helped me. It just didn't help me at all getting that expensive, nice car.
Yeah.
So, Miss Nicole. Now, are you married, or
I'm single.
You're single? So you're a single mother
I'm
as
a
well.
single mother.
So how do you feel?
Well, a man that doesn't work doesn't eat.
Very true.
So you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for days. I just think I've never expected handouts, and the ironic thing is my parents have been married for almost 50 years. My parents are still married. I'm the only one that's a single mother. My sister and my brother are married. They have their families or whatever. And I guess the lesson that I learned was you have to work for what you want, and then we will help you along the way.
Okay.
So now I live in Pennsylvania. My full-time job, because I own a business. I work a full-time job. I work a part-time job.
Wow.
My full-time job transferred me from Baltimore to Pennsylvania, and I don't have any relatives there. I live 100 miles away from my closest relatives. So I was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this by myself. And my mother would call, and she said, well, if you need help, you need to. No, I'm going to do this by myself. So if I can't get it on my own, if I can't work for it, if I can't sell a couple cakes to get it on my own, then I don't need it.
Right.
I don't need it. So I think in the case of your estranged cousin, I don't know if estranged is the right word. She might want to pick up some odd jobs, or she might want to catch the bus a few times.
I mean, Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I remember at one point
we got Uber now.
Yo,
what are we talking about?
I remember at one point in time when I needed something, my car fixed. I didn't have the money. I went and got a credit card. I mean, hey, it got me to work to make the money to pay it off.
Right.
Exactly.
But
That's priorities.
Based
Yes.
off my story, like, okay, so after my car broke down, I didn't have a car, and somebody did end up giving me a car, but it was a cheaper car. I still didn't learn my lesson. Like, I was just being given.
Giving stuff.
Yeah.
You felt like you didn't work for that.
Yeah,
Well, later on, you was like, you know what?
I didn't learn the value of a car.
Or just the value of
So people was just
hard
giving
work.
me stuff and doing stuff for me for a while, and then after a while they like, girl, you keep messing up everything that we giving you. We not gonna do nothing for you no more. So I end up people stopped doing stuff for me, and I was like, well, I gotta make my own decisions, and I made stupid decisions.
Right.
And it was like, these people that were helping me, it would have been better if they would have taught me the value or how to shop for a proper car in my budget, in my range of what I can afford. Instead of shooting for what I'm used to. I'm used to being spoiled by my
Having somebody else do it.
Family, but then that's
But
not
didn't
my
you learn?
reality. So it would have been more valuable if these people that were helping me would have helped me live a lifestyle that I can afford, educating me.
I'm teaching my daughter this because I overcompensated. Her dad wasn't in her life, and I overcompensated for everything. We all did. My whole village, we overcompensated. If I couldn't get it, she asked my mom. If my mom wasn't going to get it, she'd ask my sister. My sister doesn't have any kids, so my sister basically was like, here. We live in a town where there's no public transportation. It's about a 3 to 4 mile walk to the nearest main thoroughfare to catch something. I call it a 9 to 5 town because you only see police at 9 to 5. You only see a bus 9 to 5. So I'm like, get your driver's license. I work from home. My car sits outside all day. Get your driver's license. And she just doesn't want to get her driver's license. So I had to teach the lesson that you're not going to help me help you. You got to help yourself.
Yeah.
So she applied for a credit card at college, and I go and I look at the statement. Uber, Lyft. I'm like, who's paying this? Who's gonna pay this? So I'm trying to teach her. Okay, first I'm gonna teach you what wasn't taught to me, and that's how to have good credit, how to manage, how to budget, how to, you work, you pay yourself, you pay your bills, those things. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's hard on me. Then the lesson is on her, because I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Is it, should I be doing this? She's learning, and kids today, they don't listen. Yeah. They think we are so far removed from reality that we don't know, just like we did our parents.
I was about to say it's probably about the same.
And I'm like, I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard, and I'm telling you what's going to happen if you don't do what I say. But I guess they got to learn on their own.
That's so funny to me, because I swear my mom would give me lessons. Oh, boy, don't do it this way, da-da-da. And I'm the type of person I really like to learn from watching somebody else. Like, oh, they failed. I'm not about to do what they do. A lot of times. Sometimes, even if I feel like what somebody's telling me is right, I'll be like, yeah, I think I know better. I'm going to try it anyway. I hear you. That might be right, but I'm going to try it my way anyway. Mm-hmm. And I know if I get burned, I got burned. I was thinking, I swear to beans. My mom would tell me stuff, and I'd be daggone if every time, I'm like, God dang, she knows what she's talking about.
And she was sitting there like, I told you, dumbass.
She's not one of those people that do that, really, honestly. She let it go, but she know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's funny when you grow up and you doing the same thing. Your kids like, yeah, this is what you going. You know what I mean? But my thing on the participation thing, or people not doing or holding their own weight for themselves. I don't know if that's necessarily this generation thing or nowadays thing. Though I do think it's worse. I think it's worse simply because we have so many more means for people to help, i.e. GoFundMe, stuff like that. So people just like, oh, you see, this person got all this money. Why can't I do it? So everybody gonna try. Why not? You know what I mean? But that don't mean they're gonna get it. It's just another avenue. I think. As far as participation, I'm like, I'm trying to remember because I can remember getting a trophy every year when I played baseball or football. They had little things or whatever, and we got trophies. I don't know if that's because we was always good.
Yeah, that's because y'all probably already good.
We was always good, but we didn't always make it to. Well, we might have made it to the playoffs.
Yeah. See,
I'm trying to remember, but
just think about. Just think about it. You were from Baltimore. I'm sure your teams were good. There's athletes everywhere there, right? I'm sure your teams were good. Just like
play for Northwood. Shout out to Northwood.
True,
baseball and football.
Let's go. Just like down my way, we had athletes out the ass. So only times, and plus the money wasn't there because my town wasn't.
Nah, we wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? It's
my coach paid for our uniforms.
Exactly.
One year,
so poor community, right? So you're not gonna get those trophies every year. Only time you're gonna get a trophy is when
we did.
You're winning something.
You know what? I think you're right.
So the recreation department, they're forking out that money. It's a lot of money in those poor communities. So
them trophies, them plastic trophies ain't cheap.
They ain't cheap.
They ain't cheap. I promise you.
You know what? Funny. What I wanted to touch on that I forgot to ask you about.
What?
You did that dating thing.
Oh.
She did a
speed dating joint.
Speed dating.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
I wanted to know about that.
I didn't tell you guys.
Nah, and Stizzle wants to know too.
I met. It was funny because all the guys were like just macking pretty much for the most part, and it was funny. But I met 2 guys, and it just ain't go nowhere.
You were a participant.
She participated in it.
Oh,
yeah, remember she came up the one time and she mentioned about speed dating.
Yeah,
and then we're like, well, we'll talk about.
I
it
knew
once
she was
going.
I thought she was like doing the poetry. I didn't know she was going to be.
Nah, before that. It was before that.
Yeah,
before that.
Oh, okay.
So, enlighten us on it. Like, how was the atmosphere? How was it?
It was dark. They
They're
setting
the mood.
Candles, a little bit of soft music, and some, little food and drinks and stuff. And I was just drinking.
Yeah.
Just sitting there drinking, and guys would come up to your table one by one, and they would sit down for 4 minutes. They gave the ladies like a sheet with questions and stuff to ask the guys. It was kind of like an interview.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-minute interview.
That's
it.
So they basically asked you the basic questions. How old are you? Where you work?
It seemed like a lot of guys skipped over like the question if you ask them if they're single or why they're single. They were like, "Yeah, you're really pretty." I was cracking up laughing. I was like, "Oh my god, these guys are something else."
So you would ask them. You would be like, "Why are you single?" Straight up.
I want to know.
Now, as I heard women get offended when a guy asks that, like, "Why are y'all single?" Do y'all get offended?
No, I don't get offended.
I think some women do. I think it depends.
Right.
I get more offended when they be like, act like it's impossible to be single. Like,
it is.
Yeah.
How is it impossible to be single?
For a woman,
that's just something that's like saying Superman isn't real. It's impossible.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that really confused me.
Oh man.
I'm just playing. It's possible.
I just
It's
get more
possible.
so offended because they just be like acting like it's something wrong with being single. It's nothing wrong with being single.
No.
I think it's
I can't
appropriate.
believe you're single. Yes, I am.
I feel like it's appropriate, and it's like, or they think you're lying.
So, do you answer the question when if they were to ask you that? Do you guys answer the question
I
of why?
answer 'em. At first I was lying because I know that sounds messed up, but I was lying about stuff like. Some people was like, don't tell people what you really do. Don't tell people. So I told them I was a stay-at-home truck driver.
A stay-at-home
What? Truck driver.
I know.
And they probably believed you because they probably weren't listening.
They weren't.
Yeah, they probably was like,
So
yeah, really?
Yeah, they
Stay-at-home truck
weren't.
driver work?
That's somebody told me.
Dudes
All
don't
three of us go like,
Dudes don't think, man.
Yo,
Just
my cousin do that.
Exactly. So one of my friends told me just lie because they're not really gonna listen. They're just
not
gonna want to
listening.
get your number and try to get from there. That's it. So
Well,
I
try
was
to get
just,
what from
I was
there?
just lying. But
where they try to go after the number? You kind of pause.
well, I exchanged numbers with a couple guys, and some of them was just trying to like hook up after the speed dating thing.
right
I was
right
like,
after.
Yeah, I was like,
directly.
I'm going home. And then there was like this one guy. I think he felt guilty because he asked a few. I think maybe he asked all the girls for their numbers. Honestly, to tell you the truth, but
Why not?
I know, right? Right.
Play that number game.
Ain't no
Somebody
shame.
gonna
I paid my money. I'm trying
When
to
I'm
get it.
fishing,
I'm trying to get it
I'm
all.
trying to catch more than one
I'm
fish.
trying to get it all.
Right.
Whichever one's up in the bucket.
Hey, man.
Which is cool, like, but don't act like that's not what it is. Like, why
Right,
are you
right.
ashamed of what you're doing? Like,
So would you prefer a guy just to be like, yo, I'm trying to get the draws?
Yeah.
yeah,
Really?
whatever,
Really?
whatever you desire, I think you should be honest about that. Like,
So that's not
because-
going to put y'all off?
No,
Even that experiment, the space.
Man, whatever.
dating. So
Whatever.
let's say you and D Stizzle were sitting at a table, right? Let's go through it real quick.
Nah, you don't want to go through it, man.
That's why. Speed
No, you
game
don't.
real quick, right?
Stiz about that biz.
Stiz just sat down.
Stiz about that
So
biz.
is there's a list of questions you're saying that has
that
to be
you
asked?
can't. That's it's like a suggestion of questions.
Okay, so D Stiz asks you a question of, yo, let's just leave and just go get a room right now.
Or like, would you be interested in like having sex after this?
And what would you say to him?
I don't know.
So you say, I don't know.
Yeah,
So he would have to convince you.
Exactly.
So let's leave. Let's get up out of here.
yeah.
But you probably are. So you're game to it, depending on what he looks like.
It depends on.
She
what
said she's
he
not
has
big
to
on looks,
offer.
right?
It depends on what he has to offer. Like.
He didn't offer you
there's-
anything. He just asked you that first question.
Yeah, and maybe is my answer. And
off the
that's
top.
basically
Okay.
like what you have to offer. Like some don't like get it wrong. Like some girls they like to have fun just like guys do, and then sometimes you like, oh man, I want to like settle down or I want to be in a relationship. But it's like if this ain't going nowhere, then
Yeah.
yeah.
The words got jumbled up a little bit. What happened?
What's
Say
it?
So like if a guy just was like, look, I ain't looking for nothing serious, I just want to have fun, I want to have a good experience, and it might be sexually or whatever, and it's like, okay, some guys they might want to do it in the alleyway or in the car, or they'll get a room in the Hilton, so it's like you weigh out your options. Like I'm not about to deal with the guy that want to mess in the car or the alleyway. I'm gonna deal with the guy that's gonna take me here, take me there, and give me a good experience.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not gonna sit there with your arms folded, your head down, and
Answer
be
it
quiet.
quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know we coming
Well,
for you.
We coming for you.
I say yes because it gives me an option.
Right.
I like to have options. So if you say to me, hey, I just want to hit it, I don't want nothing else from you, that gives me a yes or no option. And I can say, hey, you catch me on a good day, let's go. Or I could be like, nah, that's not what I'm looking for right now.
Right.
We can move on or whatever. So it's the option of this is what I want to do. Now, I don't know if I would at a speed dating event and I'm sitting across because there's no attraction.
Right.
I haven't gotten to talk to you to get the attraction, or I don't know. We're grown. We're adults. If the chemistry is right,
but
whatever.
But you kind of need something for that chemistry, right? So that's not just off the whim, like me stepping up to you. Hey, let's dip.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like at that type of event, no, I can't.
I mean, not to
home.
say that you would just jump on them at that moment, but you know what you're dealing with when they come up to you and they say, "Oh, look, I'm just out trying."
Don't you have options regardless of whether he asks or not, though?
I mean, you have options when someone's honest with you. So if you're dealing with people in general that knows what they want in life and they're being honest with you about it, then that gives you an option. But if they're just playing games and they don't know what they want and they're confused, and
I think they know what they want. I think y'all know what they want. Like, this is not a old game.
No, y'all,
some guys,
not y'all, men still do that. They
still do what?
Play the games. They
they do.
They still play those games.
I'm not saying they don't, but you know what their goal is.
No, not all the time. Because some guys.
What the goal is if we.
What are we talking about here?
I mean, some guys don't get it wrong. Like
this turned into a battle of the sexes part 2.
Listen, some guys don't know what they want because they say like some guys will be like, listen. Some guys will be like, oh, they'll have the intentions like, I just want to hook up with a girl, whatever. The next thing you know, they like, I want to marry you. Like, what is like,
man?
But
listen,
I know how to carry it. If you come to me, hey, I just want to be a friend with benefits. We can hang out. We can chill. We gonna have sex. You
just don't want him selling you pipe dreams,
right? And if
that's
what you want. And I'm looking for that at that particular moment, then I can say,
you.
hey, I'm down.
You could. You might, you mean.
Now, if I put it on you and you fall in love, then I got to back out the deal because you've reneged. So,
right.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. That's a little flip of the script right there. Hold on. That's a little flip.
I met this guy. This was a few years ago, but I met this guy. In
What's his name?
Put him out there.
Let's look him up on Facebook.
It was on. It was just on. He was attractive. Everything was good. Chemistry was good. We hanged out. We hooked up.
Looks
a
don't
few
matter.
Times, whatever. I mean, yeah, it does matter. If you're just
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If you just trying to hook up, yeah, looks just whatever. But after a while, I guess he was like, well, you ain't tell me you had this going on and you had that going on. I really like you now, and I'm like.
So I heard that most women know whether they're gonna sleep with a guy within the first couple minutes of meeting them. Have you heard that? Heard that?
It depends. Because if they bow legged.
Cole, how true is that, Cole?
Hold up. Let me.
How true is that, Cole?
I mean,
What you mean? I mean,
I'm not going to say within the first few minutes of meeting them, but as the night may progress, we have already made up in my I might.
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, it's either that night or it'd be a little harder to make that
We know if we
determination.
gonna give y'all.
so as long as he don't say nothing stupid.
Stupid, right? That's what they say.
He's in there. Long as don't say nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
elaborate.
he was doing so good.
Let's elaborate on this bow-legged thing.
Yeah,
that
what's up with
Miss
that?
Kosa just mentioned.
That is like, if you like, for me, I don't know about other women, but if a guy's bow-legged, you'd be like, goddamn, like there you go. That's it.
Guys, we got that too. I think I know somebody that's bow-legged.
Oh yeah, we do know a person.
I don't. I mean, it might not be true for everybody, but it's a major
Bone chicka
turn
won't.
on. If a guy's bow-legged.
So what is it about bow legs? I mean, it just shows his parents.
Is it the walk? Is it the gate?
Someone else mentioned bow leg.
Usually they
Prom
just got it
child.
going on.
Miss Money.
They know what to do.
Miss Money.
Remember prom child back in the day? Yeah. Remember her dude? She was
I know,
like, he
he
was
was tall,
6'4".
like,
He had bowed legs.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know what it is. They just usually could do it. They don't even have to be tall. They can be short, bow-legged.
The eye roll. Y'all missed the eye roll
Yeah,
on that
they
one.
can be short and bow-legged. Yeah.
Wow.
They just got it going on.
You bow legged Stizzle?
I'm about to say, Stiz,
Yeah.
you bow leg,
I
home?
don't know what you're talking about.
They just got it going on.
Yeah, he got that gate.
Hey, Stiz, would you be interested in going to a experiment like that, social experiment like that?
I thought you was about to ask something else.
If I wouldn't mind just as a social thing, I probably wouldn't see me actually hooking up with anything like that. But don't be wrong, I pretty much did that on those media sites. It's pretty much the same scenario when I was.
But it's not one-on-one.
Yeah, it's not one-on-one, physically seeing
You
it
could
face to
smell
face.
them. You could see them.
Like, would you be interested in doing something like that? Being one-on-one, sitting across from a female?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
I'll be interested in your questions because I know you, and I know you wouldn't follow no damn list.
Nah. Like they said at the beginning, a lot of times I did it when I started. What you know, my history. When I started doing my life and started really just appreciating me and then enjoying life, I experimented certain things. Now, most of the time, I used to do it at the beginning just to get a shock out of the female, just to see where their mind was at, just to something off the head, especially if she's really gorgeous. And mostly I already know guys are just beating them up.
Yeah.
So I used to go meet up to them like, yo, you want to fuck?
Ooh.
From the
And I gotta get it's usually two responses. One is, yo, you crazy as hell, and laughing. Next thing you know, we having a conversation. The other one is, oh, you think I'm a hooker? I'm this and that, and blah, 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 da, 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 da. But yet, as she's sitting there, I guess trying to verbally abuse me back or whatever, she's still giving me her time. She's still talking to me. And she still hasn't turned away. Then her whole night, I still won because even if I walk away, she's still going to be thinking about me all night long just because of that. But then that's when I started realizing the truth really works. Because at the bottom of the line, I don't care if a man wants marriage or a man just wants that night. It's about that forbidden garden. It's about that pussy. They want that pussy one way or the other. And they're going to want to get it however they can get it. If you're going to give me the long route, let me know if I got to take the long route. If you're going to give me that direct route, that straight line, let me get that. But some guys just don't either they don't have the confidence or they're not sure. Some people don't know how to go about find out which way to go, or they don't have confidence in themselves just to ask those direct questions.
I think we in a different bracket too.
That's just like, okay, so like I don't think all guys feel like that. Like, honestly, like, you want to have sex. Like, everybody wants to feel good, but I don't think all guys just want that in life. Like,
listen, I'm trying to tell you something.
Just that.
I'm trying to tell you something.
Tell her, Dad. Tell her,
Pop.
I'm trying to tell you something.
No, Pops.
That's all men want. Period.
No, they don't, because they ask for more.
They might ask for more, but that don't mean that they don't want that.
Now, when you say more,
when what's attached to that might make them want to go further, but that's where it all starts.
So, when guys say, "Oh, all girls got to offer is vagina or whatever,"
that
means that's all you want or whatever. So it's easy. It's easy for a girl to do that, to just give you vagina, but it's the other stuff that makes like relationships and marriages hard. So sometimes when guys want marriages and they want this and want that, it's like you should kind of add that onto the conversation because as a woman, you signing up for more. Like it's easy to just fuck you if that's what you want, but all that other stuff, that shit is hard. So
now I'm not disregarding that.
When you say other stuff, elaborate a little bit. Like, what do you mean? When
you somebody girl or somebody support or teammate or husband, wife, whatever, you it's a lot. It's just I mean, you should know. Y'all got like people, so you know how it is. It's like you gotta make sure you're doing for what you would do for yourself or someone else. You should. That's how it should be if you're in a good relationship. So sometimes people want that. They want someone to have their back. You want sex, but you want somebody to have your back. You want somebody to be there for you. You want a better half.
You just said it. They want sex. That's the basis. Not
too many people don't want that. Okay, that's the minimum. That's the bare minimum. That's the minimum. So if a guy is just going after that, he wants the bare minimum, right? But some guys don't just want the bare minimum.
True.
They want that and some.
True.
So if that's what you want, you need to say that because it's a responsibility. And at that point, I have to compromise some things on my part.
But without that pussy, there would be nothing else to look for beyond that. If you don't have,
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I get that. That's just the minimum. I get that. Like, if you got a vagina, okay, I got the minimum. But if you want a woman to cook, you want a woman that's going to clean, you're going to want a woman that is going to listen to you.
I think you're changing the conversation. Because the simple point was you were like all men don't want that, and
just that. That's what I meant.
Okay, all right, just that. No,
yeah, so
all men don't
like
just want that.
If a guy knows, like, okay, it's a difference between when you're dating and you just want to hook up, and then you're dating for like a benefit as far as building. Like some men do want to build. Like,
yes,
let's not sit here and act like all men don't.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so if that's what you want, if you want to build or if you just want to play games, I think a man should be honest about that. Because if you just want to play games, you can get that, and if you want to build, then you need to be upfront about that because you might run into a girl that don't want that.
So basically, you're the type of person that wants everything laid out from the gate.
No, I just think that men should be honest with themselves.
Right.
That's it.
But I don't think, and I don't know, I can't speak for a man, but I don't think a man knows that they want to build with a woman until they get that woman that they want to build with, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
So they don't know. So they do
know. I think they just not connected with it, because if a guy says, oh, if he wakes up and he says, I want a house. If he says, oh, one day I want a little son, a junior, someone look just like me. If he wakes up and he says, oh, I want to be able to go to Hawaii. I want to be able to do certain things. If you can, as a man, could have a goal or a desire for something, you want to build. So that right there is telling you that when you step out and you have people in your circle, you want to be able to feed off them people and the people to feed off of you. So you should think about that when you fucking someone too. Because you don't want to, you don't want to just, okay, so like if I'm me, right? If I don't really have any desire for anything in life, I will mess with anyone. But if I have a desire in life and I want something in life, I'm a little bit choosy about who I mess with.
Okay, but that's you.
And
right?
I think a lot of
you think men should be that way?
Yeah.
Because
that's how
I got you.
They end up in.
It don't work like that, but I feel
it don't work that way. But I think they should, because that's how they end up in the situations that they end up in, and women too.
What I'm about to say, like, it's kind of like what she said. Men know who they want to deal with when they deal with, like, we know if it's gonna go further, or sometimes if you want to build with somebody, and sometimes it creeps up on you. Like, you know what, this person is dope. Like, I want to go there. So I think,
but you don't really realize that a lot of times. So
after being in it,
after talking to them for a while, learning them. But right off the bat,
sometimes it takes time.
But you already know,
right off the rip, you already know what it is.
A man sees a woman, he's attracted to her. He's not thinking marriage, home, kids.
Nah.
It might be in him.
Yeah,
but you got to bring that.
Some people aren't. But I'm saying there's men that don't have that in them.
Right.
And
okay.
Don't have.
Oh,
the
they don't
marriage
want
part.
that at all.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, I don't want kids. I don't want this. So I feel like if you do want something out of life, you should be a little bit careful with how you sling your cane.
Nah.
I think so. I think so.
No. I mean, I feel you.
So.
I mean, you're right.
I mean,
no,
I
know you said
nah.
I'm just saying that's not how it goes.
I get that, but I think it should. Like, I think it should, honestly, because like, you should value yourself as a man.
You should. We should all value ourselves.
That's part of that value, ain't it?
Yeah.
How much?
I value all.
How different?
You gotta value all the parts of your body. You
know?
Like,
value everything.
Like,
you know,
like Jay-Z, like, isn't about to sit here and sleep with.
Huh?
I wouldn't even.
What? Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't go there. Just don't do it.
You think?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
We telling you don't do it. You about to back yourself into it, huh?
You think Jay-Z was sleeping?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Leave
it alone.
Let's hope he wouldn't.
Let's leave it alone.
Let's hope he wouldn't.
No, go ahead, say it. So Jay-Z was sleeping with anybody?
Do you really think he's sleeping with Beyonce?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hey man, they might be on that Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton shit. You know what I mean?
You would be surprised.
Business shit.
You would be surprised at certain people's relationships. You know,
it's some
yeah,
guys
you really
can't
would.
Even, like, some guys don't be off that. Like,
we know you like Jay-Z though. We know that.
I don't like Jay-Z.
Then how did you get the idea that he was?
How you get that idea?
I don't think when they bring groupies to the hotel rooms, they're saying, oh, she looks like she could be a good mom. Oh, she looks like she has stock in Nike or something like that. I don't think they're doing that. I think all these girls want to fuck. Let's bring them to the room.
Let's go.
Let's go.
No, I get what you're saying.
Now after that, if I find out,
but that's somebody that just wants to fuck.
Right.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the operating difference sometimes between men and women. That's how it is. Our instinct automatically is, yo, I'm trying to see what that feel like right there.
Hey man, I'm trying to feel what the walls feel like.
That's me not knowing you. That's me not knowing you.
Line.
That's where it's at. Period. Now I could be a deep person. I could be into building. I could have my own business. I could be a millionaire. But right now, that dress is hitting real tight right now, and I'm trying to lift that joint up.
Hey, them high heels got them calves looking real good.
Now after that, if I find out you got something extra with you that's attached to that pussy, then we might be able to do something.
Work this
Might
out.
work out.
That don't work because that's bad.
It does work. What you mean?
I
It
don't work
works.
out not for me because like
okay.
if I'm just like dealing with a guy in that level, it's just like, how do you expect to come up from there?
All right, so I think I'm getting to. I think I'm getting to what you're saying.
Yeah, like
from the beginning, when you mess with somebody, you want to have your goal set from the beginning. You want to know whether this relationship is going to be just fucking.
That's
not
No?
like that. It's just like, okay, if a guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, I just want to hit, and I'm like, okay, boom.
It can't progress past that.
No. I don't have no interest in you.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Let me just tell
That's
you.
what- Come on,
in a
Cole.
relationship, I was with this guy for 10 years.
10 long
And that's
years.
how it started.
On the first date.
Let's go.
On the first date, on the side of the house, in the car.
Learn something.
Learn something.
For
Life.
10 years. So,
Nah.
you know, and it didn't go south because it was a bad relationship. I changed. He changed. I had to go my way. He had to go his way.
Right.
I changed mentally, physically, and he had to go his way. So,
Yeah.
you know, and I got a voice, and I wasn't putting up with certain things anymore. But other than that, so
It's just-
so my thing is, if he's going to ghost you, he's going to ghost you whether you wait one day or whether you wait
90
days.
It's not about that. It's not about that. About being ghosted. Like guys don't ghost really typically. Like that's like I've never been ghosted by a guy.
Yeah, okay.
You never been ghosted.
Yeah, I've never been ghosted by a guy, so I don't know what that's like. But
I know
if
somebody that can teach you.
If I dealt with a guy
Done with you.
on like an easy tip, I can't take you serious. Like I wouldn't trust you too much with
think
a
I
lot
get
of
it.
things.
Is
I
it
can't.
because you're
I can't
She wants
take
to know
you-
up front
You're
what it's
looking
going to
for
be.
something
She has to have that in her mind from the
So are
beginning.
you're looking to settle down, get married, or whatever.
No, the
Is
type
it-
of guy I want to settle down and get married. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so your mindset is, because I'm looking for this, I don't want to see that in him. I don't want to see something different in him. I want him to be on the same page.
Page,
with
yeah.
you.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I got
easy
you.
to too easy. Like it just be all easy. Like you that easy, I can't trust
To
you
what?
that much.
A dude that's easy to have sex with? Is that what you're
You
saying?
can do all like it's crazy to me. You could just get a guy.
That is interesting.
Like why are you so easy? Like
What?
That's crazy to me. That means like I can't trust you at all.
What?
Like,
I don't even know how to answer that.
Nah.
I don't even know how to
That's
answer
not
that.
even.
But it might not be easy.
I'm about to
with everybody.
say.
It might be
Just
that
the same
Oh,
way with
fuck
you.
that. Like, no.
Because that goes vice versa. If you saying you down from the gate, then he might say the same thing about you, but that don't
might
mean
not
that
even
that's
trust
you.
Me, so get away. Like we did what we did, so it's over. Like I'm tired of feeling like don't trust me,
Did you
and
just hear
I
what she said though?
what.
It might have just been his chemistry with you. It might have.
I
he
don't
might
wanna
not
hear
be
that.
like that with everybody.
Right.
I
Exactly.
don't believe it.
Now, fellas, I'm sure y'all in y'all past have done something with a woman that you never would have done with another woman. Like it's a chemistry.
Well,
thing.
that's
Men
a
are
given.
very
chemistry thing.
strong creatures of habit, so I don't trust it. I don't.
Detroit, you think
with a lot of stuff.
I don't trust it. Like, I feel like you'll see a woman fall in love and be like, oh, I want to, like, every woman you think is beautiful, you're going to want to sleep with right away. I don't want you. Like, I just don't really want you like that. You're good for a good time, and that's it.
I don't mean no harm, but you got a lot to learn.
Yeah. Remember, she's a baby.
You
man,
got
so
a lot to learn because
just
that's.
don't want
I'm
it.
just
She's
trying
a
to
baby.
tell you that's how men are.
she got a lot
If
of
a man
growth.
thinks
She got a
she's
lot of
beautiful,
growth.
that's where he at with it.
So you meet a guy, and y'all hit the gate. Y'all hit it off. Y'all hit it running. The chemistry is there. Everything is right.
Well, how much chemistry could it have been if we just...
Let's take away. All right, say if I came and approached you, right, and say, Miss Kosa,
Oh shit! I don't want you doing that, Stiz. I don't want you scaring her off. Yeah, let's learn something.
I just don't think it's that
no,
much
saying
chemistry.
no, I'm trying to go to the opposite. I'm trying to take the sex off the tape because obviously that's the defining point right here. So if I'm coming to you and it's like, yo, you know what, I'm really feeling you. I want to talk, spend some time with you, get to know you. We're gonna go chill. We're gonna hang out. You know, if you free. Hit me up. I'm free. I'm gonna hit you up. We go somewhere. We chill. We do this for like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months, and it is still no sex.
I'm not waiting that long. I don't think I waited that long before.
All right. So, what's the difference between me coming to you and saying I just want to fuck, than me just sitting there and saying I want to get to know you?
I don't know. I didn't think
I told you what it was. She wants to know what she's building on from the gate.
From the gate.
Yeah.
She wants to know what she's building on from the gate. She wants to know what your goals are, your intentions are from the beginning.
You can read, can you write? Did you go to college? Did you go to...
Well, you have all that time period to get to know me. That's what I'm saying. I would take sex off the table just to get to know, so you get a chance. You have free reign to know who I am, and you can't get perceived. And you can't have a perceived thought of how I'm going to come at you because we didn't have sex from the first day. I didn't come and chat you to try to get to. So I'm actually coming to you to get to know you. Because I'm trying to get that woman to be a significant other. So I'm trying to be on the same page with you.
Yeah, that's different. Two different reactions. But if you just like, I want to hit, I just want to go out, have a good time for some drinks and hit, that's all I'm going to take you for. But if
Well, we ended it on a spicy note today, huh? Seems like we still got some stuff to
We
get
got
out.
a lot on our minds right now. But that's for the next segment.
But that's what's up, though. I feel that
we
was
didn't even hit
definitely
on any topic that we wanted to touch on. But
No, we didn't, did we?
but it's all good.
That's
though.
all right.
It's all good.
Ain't no big
Nah,
deal.
we had a good time. I liked it.
I liked it. It was cool. Special thanks to our guests that are here today. And we're going to put it out there. Definitely when we put out this episode, we're going to give you the information for Confections by Cole. So you can hit her up, check out her page. Anything that you need, like she said, she got for you. And final thoughts are going to go to D Stizzle.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Man, caught me off guard. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
that's what we need.
Got him. I mean, it's always with me. It's always gonna come back with honesty. Me personally, I believe that if you be honest with everything, including yourself, everything that's supposed to be will be for you properly. But if you lying to someone else, lying to yourself, then you're gonna receive what you seeded. Yeah, But if you come straight from the door, honesty, and you're honest with yourself, you can't lose.
Deep.
Appreciate you, homie.
Dope words.
Facts.
Chew.
Smoking mirrors, baby.
And she co-signed. She said facts.
Facts.
On that, we out.
Later.
Yeah, man.